Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are stumbling across my channel for the very first time, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And today is day 23 of the 30-day challenge. Can you believe it? Literally 7 days to go. I am extremely excited to be approaching the end of this challenge. Guys, I am so exhausted, but then I want to say that it has been exciting, beneficial, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what is coming next. In fact, I will actually mention that after this 30-day challenge, I will be doing Bible study videos or Bible study with me, however you want to say it. I will be doing those videos. So to open today's video, I will be reading a verse just to start incorporating scriptures into my videos, and for you guys to familiarize yourself with the fact that I am a Christian, and this is definitely the type of content that I'll be creating. I will talk more about how I came to the decision that I will finally be doing Bible studies, because this is something that I've always mentioned on my channel, that was my initial idea when I started YouTube. But then that's a story for another day. So for today, as you have already seen with the title, is keeping your life private as a content creator. Is that even practical? So let us get into that. So before we talk about the nitty-gritties of today's video, I'll be reading today's scripture, which is from 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 11. But we urge you, brothers, to do this more and more, and to aspire to live quietly and to mind your own affairs and to work with your hands as we instructed you. So I felt like this scripture was so relevant to today's topic, and also we are incorporating scripture because this is what you guys will be seeing on this channel. So I felt like this scripture is so relevant because it encourages us to live quietly, but then at the same time we must continue working. And the part where it says and to work with your hands, for me, how I translate that or explain that to myself, or how it was revealed to me, is that working with your hands is whatever God-given talent you have. Be it you're a content creator, or be it you're a nurse, teacher, whatever you are, like an artist, it doesn't matter what you are. You can live a private and a quiet life whilst you're doing what the Lord has called you to do. So today I want to encourage you guys to lead quiet or private lives. And I know it's kind of like contradicting or contradictory, especially if you are here as a creator, and especially coming from someone who has been uploading vlogs and telling you guys my business. Okay, so the reason why I'm talking about this today is because as a small creator, we can easily fall into the habit of oversharing. Small content creators, we can fall into the habit of oversharing, simply because we are still trying to find ourselves here on the platform. We're still trying to find our niche. We're still we get tempted to just create whatever it is that we see is trending or working for other creators. So we end up falling into this habit of oversharing more than we would prefer to or like to if we really were sure about what it is that we want to share. So there are two things that you need to do as a small content creator to protect your space, to avoid oversharing on your platform. One is to control the narrative, and two is setting clear boundaries. What do I mean by control the narrative? What you share or what you say is what people will know, and it's what people will remember about you. People can only have access if you allow them that access. So be mindful about the things that you share. It is not everything that needs to be on the internet, and we have to keep in mind that Whatever you share here on the internet lives forever. You might think, okay, fine, I took it down fast enough, I regret saying whatever it is that I said, but then maybe someone actually saw that, grabbed it, saved it, uploaded it, or whatever, retweet or whatever, like repost, reshare, whatever. By the time you take it down, it's too late, and that can harm your career in the long run. So to avoid hurting yourself in the long run, control the narrative by being mindful about the things that you post. Remember that people can only know what you tell them. People only have access to your space if you allow them, or if you give them that access. So that's how you can control your narrative. And also setting clear boundaries. Set those boundaries with yourself first. Then your audience will automatically be within those boundaries that you have set, because you are not crossing certain lines on your platforms. There are things that you have to be intentional about avoiding, things that you have to be intentional about keeping private. You do not have to share everything. Maybe for you, it can be excluding your children from your content, or it can be avoiding talking about your 9 to 5. I'm just giving examples. Or maybe your partner, you don't post your partner. Just protect this, just some area or aspects of your life that you need to protect. Or maybe a simple thing, like a common and a random basic thing, like your address. I feel like this is common knowledge. You need to know this. You cannot be on the internet and sharing your location. People are creepy. It is not safe. You do it for safety. You do it for your peace of mind, and to also protect your loved ones. Set clear boundaries. You need to know yourself that I will not go over this line. I will not post this and this and that. You need to actually filter your content before you post, or before you share, or before you even create it. Just filter. And I have 3 questions that you can ask yourself each time, or every now and again, when you feel like I'm not sure about this. Just filter your content before you even create it, or before you upload it. Just ask yourself these 3 questions, but then bear in mind that it's not limited to just these 3 questions. You can ask yourself more questions, or you can use a different strategy to filter your content. But then for this video, I'll just be sharing these 3 questions, but then I'm going to read them from my notes. Ask yourself these questions to filter your content. The first one is, are you sharing to pass on knowledge from your experience, or are you just doing it to draw attention to yourself? I feel like this is a very important question to ask yourself. Don't just share for the sake of sharing, and don't just share just to hop on trends. Ask yourself, do you have enough knowledge about this topic? Do you have enough experience or wisdom on this subject for you to sit down, take your time, and create content over it? Because you can't avoid having an opinion about everything. You don't have to say anything about everything. There are certain things, it's okay. Do not engage in certain conversations. It's okay. Sit that one out, So ask yourself, do you actually have the knowledge? Do you have the wisdom? Did you experience that enough to impart knowledge? Or are you just sharing simply for the sake of sharing? That is a question that will help you to filter your content. Really think about, is it worth sharing? Am I knowledgeable enough to actually share this, or to have an opinion on this topic? And the second one is, are you sharing to inspire and uplift your audience, or are you bragging and showing off? Sometimes we might think that our content is innocent, you're just excited about certain accomplishments or achievements in your life, and you feel like, oh, it's all innocent, I'm just sharing. But then if you really sit down and ask yourself is it really necessary for me to share this milestone right here, right now? Like, am I sharing it from a place of inspiration? Am I trying to inspire someone? Or am I doing it in an arrogant way? Am I doing it in a way that I'm just showing off what I have? Like, ask yourself those questions. If your intentions are not pure, a good thing can actually be bad. Yes, you did a good thing. We applaud you. We see that. We are happy for you. But then yourself, are you okay with your business being out there like that? Are you comfortable with it? Or are you just doing it to spite someone? Because sometimes we tend to show off. Like, maybe you announce things quickly without really thinking about it, and by the time you post it, you announce it on your social media platforms. But then immediately after you do that, you realize that I was actually trying to prove to someone that I did it or I can do it, because maybe they were making you feel some type of way, as if you could never reach that milestone or something. And then you immediately realize that I have not shared this with my close people, like with your family. And you like, now you're trying to justify yourself or acting like you're not bothered. But then the truth is, you know that you shared that on your social media simply because you wanted to prove a point, you know? And I feel like that is not reason enough. Like, keep it private, keep it low key, keep it cute, you know? Don't just do things out of spite. You don't have, like, you do not owe anyone to prove to them that you can do certain things. Like, your achievements are still achievements, even if nobody knows about them. Trust me, it's okay. And the third and last one for today's video, the question that you need to ask yourself in order to filter your content is, are you creating this content because it's something you're passionate about or because it's trending? Once again, small creators, small channels, newbies, we like hopping on trends. And in the long run, you find yourself creating multiple content in different niches. Like, you are all over the place simply because you're trying to hop on trends. You're hoping this one video will go viral. Like, your content is just a mess. Like, find your passion and be patient with it. Trust the process. Don't panic because you created a video that you really are passionate about, or a topic that you're passionate about, but then the video was just not a hit. Remember, you need to trust the process. Continue creating that type of content. Stick to what you know, stick to what you love, because it's difficult to go back and doing something that you don't love, doing something that you're not knowledgeable about, simply because it's trending. It's not going to work for you. Simply because it was a hit for someone else, it does not mean it will be a hit for you. So don't make a mess of your channel. Don't make a mess of your page. Like, stick to what you know, stick to what you love, and avoid just creating content for the sake of creating content and hoping that you will go viral. Fine, maybe you might be that lucky person and your content might actually go viral, but then that's not how you want to do it, because you need to keep up with your content. Because tomorrow you might fail to create similar content because you were just lucky. You were just a one-hit wonder. And then now people will be like, okay, that one video really blew up, but then now the rest of your videos, like everything else that you've been creating, really sucks because you can't keep up with it, because it's not something you're passionate about. You were just lucky. So it's better you work on your craft, work on something that you're passionate about. And by the time people watch your content, and by the time your original project blows up, then you know that I can continue, I can give people more and more of this. So that is basically what I had to share with you guys. Don't just overshare. Don't try to be everywhere and do everything. Don't allow people into your space because you are so desperate for content. Don't make that mistake. be sure that everything that you share, you'll be comfortable with you'll be comfortable with having those things on the internet for a lifetime. Even if maybe you change your niche one day, it's okay to rebrand and stuff and take some things down. That's okay, that's growth. But then I'm talking about cringe things that you will regret, things that might affect relationships, things that might destroy your career. Don't just create for the sake of creating. So I hope my video was very helpful, or is very helpful, especially to us beginners. But then once again, I always say this with my videos, you can take the advice that I'm giving to content creators or to people like me who are upcoming YouTubers and apply it to any aspect in your life. Like my advice is not just limited to content creators. You can apply it in any other area of your life. So I hope this was useful for you guys, and please continue creating that content. Just keep it real, stay authentic, and do something that you know you will enjoy doing. And if you have made it to this part, you know that I love and appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow in our next video. We're still doing the 30-day challenge. Keep a lookout, and if you are yet to watch my other videos, please do catch up on those videos. I love and appreciate you. Ciao.